Day 10. Good evening, my friends, and welcome to the next episode of Blueprince. Let's see what bonus room we have today. Now, I said last time out that I was going to do a little intermission episode. And I haven't forgotten about that. It's just my recording schedule kind of gave me enough time to actually just get another actual episode recorded. So I felt, why not? We can push that. We can get 2 special items in the tool shed. The shelter protects us from negative effects of red rooms. Root cellar, more dig spots. Good luck ever turning up with that coat check, to be honest. But we can always try and give it a go, right? Try and find that coat check, see what we can dig up. Like, who knows what we're going to be digging up. But given that dig spots, you need a shovel to be able to use them, it feels rare enough that maybe we're getting permanent upgrades as a result of that. And maybe it's better than 2 special items. I don't know. Now, do we save a step by not going in there straight away? We can go in there later. Now, we know there are dig spots in there, so we get free dig spots. Let's see if we can find coat check and see what we can do. Today. Hello. Oh, isn't that nice? Master Simon. Good morning. It has come to my attention that you have been granted a daily allowance to use while on the estate. If it's convenient for you, I will leave the required sum here in the entrance hall each morning. If there is anything else you require, please do not hesitate to ask. Even though we have all been requested to remove ourselves from the premises during your stay, I can assure you I am still personally overseeing that the estate is at least operating at a baseline standard of service that I hope you will one day come to expect from us. Anne Babbage, House Manager. Oh, there we go. Right. Where to? Which room? Straight on? Shall we go straight up? Let's see what we can find. Let's go. Let's make a beeline north. Pantry's nice, but no, north. Today's strategy, north. Hey, Den is kind of nice. Not gonna lie, Den is kind of nice. Right, beeline. We're going for it. No chest today in the den. Ooh, nook or observatory? Observatory turning up after den, eh? Observatory turning up after den. That was the same as yesterday. We did pantry, den, parlour, and then we got observatory as a pick. So I have a feeling that observatory only becomes available after den. Maybe these rooms literally have a line that comes through them. Like, I don't hate observatory, but I think I'd rather take nook and get the key. Right, these both exit in the same direction, both towards the east wing. The key is going to be more useful for us. Okay, I don't want to get too excited, guys, but we've got the magnifying glass. This means if we get coat check now, we are definitely going to put the magnifying glass in. A journey noteworthy. Yes, yes. Ha! Antechamber appears to be sealed by all four sides. Must be a way to open. Sinclair has many secrets that he will take to his grave. Billiard puzzle notes. Well, unfortunately, we've already got that. Yeah, an order of operations from the centre outwards. Ah, that's a real shame, isn't it? We've already worked that one out. Lovely. Right, now it's very important that this run is successful. We're going to use the key straight away. Okay. Taking nursery so that whenever we draft a bedroom we get more steps. I am kind of down with that. Pantry's going to send us in the wrong direction right now. But nursery is like a pretty reasonable one to have. Now what can we find in here? A couple coins, okay. Good. Tree and match. Now, do we go back to the entrance hall or do we go from the den? I think we're going to go... We're going to go from the entrance hall. Right? Oh, man, there's another... Oh, I want my shovel! I want my shovel! Let's see if we can put some dead-end rooms around here in the east wing. Ballroom! Can't buy it, but whenever you enter the ballroom, set your gems to 2 gems. That's a shame. That is a shame. Well, we're going to go storeroom. Right, I'd much rather put storeroom here than lavatory, because at least we get a key. And look, plenty of dirt to be digging through as well. Come on, we need options. We need options out of these. Closet would be a terrible plan here. Observatory. Or parlour. Get 2 gems. I think we take parlour here and get the 2 gems. So, let's see what have we got. The gems are in a box with a statement. Blank. The gems are in the black box. If the gems were in the black box, then there's no false box. If the gems are in the blue box, then blue is false and black is true. If the gems are in the white box, then blue is false and black is false. So the gems must be in the blue box. Okay. Courtyard is not a... Well, courtyard is an okay pick. Courtyard is an okay pick because the exit to the den above us, you know, if we take chapel, then the only exit, then we are combining the 2 branches that we have out of the den and out of the chapel into one room draft. So I think courtyard is the correct pick there. Okay, and we've got more dirt. More dirt. Now that we've got the magnifying glass, I really want to get the coat check. I really, really want to get the coat check. Security. Security gives us 2 exits. It's interesting because this is the location where we picked up security the very, very first time. So I wonder if there's a limit on the number of rooms that security can be in. Anyway. Right, we're not missing anything. Good. Keycard system. Set security level to the lowest. I still would not be surprised if, like, there is a note that we find later that says, "Oh yeah, low security actually means more locked doors." Lol. Okay, we still don't have any credentials to be able to log into the network, but that is okay. Do you know what? Look, there's a pipe for the boiler room. Is that a boiler room pipe? I don't really want to have the furnace. I don't really... although... the furnace makes it more likely that we'll get the dark room. That could be a bit of a big brain play. Like, we hate most of the red rooms, but the furnace could give us the dark room. Or we just take guest bedroom, which is like 15 extra steps, and it usually has an item in it. I think we're going to trust the heart of the cards, right? And we'll take guest bedroom. Okay, it's going to give us car keys. Which is interesting, because what's going to be in the garage? The garage is going to be here. What's going to be in the garage with if we've already got the disc out of the boot of the car? Do the rooms tell you how much they cost to draft? Wine cellar we've only had once, you know, drafted one time. Blueprint, dead end, rarity unusual. Rarity commonplace. So this is unusual. It costs 1 gem, lovely. Right, so we could afford the garage, and that will get us plenty of keys. I think we take corridor, right, on the basis that we can get into this room anyway. With drawing room, we're going to use the 1 gem we already have, yeah? Corridor gets us to the garage, then we make our way back to the den. It means we only have like 1 possible time to draft, but it means we get to use it means we guaranteeably get to use the car keys for a second time, and we will see if there's any benefit to going in there. Yeah. So we are going to take the garage. We'll nab the 3 keys. Okay, so we've got the letter already. So it doesn't look like there's any special note there. Do we get anything in here? Key to the secret garden. battery pack. Key to the secret garden. Finding it won't be easy. Ooh. Okay, right. So, what we have confirmed is that, yes, there is benefit to going into the garage with the car keys, even though we've been in there before. Where is the secret garden? Well, finding it won't be easy. We haven't even had so much of a hint about the secret garden up to this point. So, let's not worry about it too much, right? Like, if we find it, we find it. If we don't, we shan't worry about it. We've got the magnifying glass. We are still trying to draft dark room and utility closet. Or coat check. Oh! No! Ah, right. That's it. That's it. We're done. We're done. We're done. It won't even give us a coat check. I can't even draft the secret passage. Leads to a room of a colour of your choice. Unless it's going to draft us a new room that we can go to. Oh, man. The only option we got coming out of the nook was to come downwards. Right? And maybe we shouldn't have taken the garage. I don't know. I don't know. Right. Let's take the dining room just on the off chance that there is like a crumb of paper in here that we could look at with the magnifying glass. It looks like no is the answer to that. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Is there anything else that's worth looking at with the magnifying glass? We've got 40 steps. So we might as well use them up to do something, right? Like, I'm assuming if there is something that's going to be worth looking at in these, it'll be sort of obvious. Like, it'll be sort of obvious that there's... The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true colour, the prince often said. Yes, well that's the line earlier on in the book. Okay, where else might have a scrap of paper? I suppose parlour and security. Wow, what a disappointing run though. What a disappointing run. To not get darkroom or coat check. May the 2nd. Ooh, this is a good question actually. Is the letter from Ms. Babbage dated? It is not. How frustrating. And neither is the letter from Herbert. What a disappointment. And as far as security goes, Ooh, we can... Ah, Swan Song. We can read that through the magnifying glass. Terminal password. Swan Song. Unless it's been updated. Password accepted. Okay. We're in. Staff services. Punch in and out staff announcements. Request schedules to change special orders. The service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly and all domestic staff have been placed on an extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. Staff announcements. This is from November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Now that's interesting. So maybe actually we're in November or December, not in January. Right? He says this month. And that was on November 7th. Do you know what? I'm going to take a... Right. Let's take a screen grab. Request schedule change. The service has been temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly and all domestic staff have been placed on extended leave in accordance with the instructions. Fine. Special orders. Ooh, if you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favourite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. What would you like to order? Oh! What? Magnifying glass, 100%. Yes. So the commissary will now order magnifying glass. Amazing. It is possible to connect to other active terminals elsewhere on the estate. I don't think any of them are, but we've got office, laboratory and shelter are the other terminals. Electronic mail. The permissions of this terminal do not allow for access to the electronic mail account. Currently this feature can only be accessed via the terminal located in the office. Fine. Data transfers from Synca are not currently available. Glossary of terms. Adjoining allowance, archived floor plan. Floor plans that are hidden from view after drafting archives are considered archived floor plans. A blessing is a persistent benefit that lasts for several days, typically bestowed from the shrine after an offering of gold has been made. Oh. Checked item. Colour. Okay. Draw, draft pool, dirt, driggery blocks. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Driggly Blocks. To the dismay of board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Well, I tell you what, if you're going to add something to a future patch, save mid-loop. Save mid-loop. Oh, you can access it by pressing R at any time. Not when you're in a terminal, though. East Wing. They're the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house. Certain rooms have an effect that is only triggered upon physically entering the rooms. Estate, exhaust. Fine. Experiment, floor plan, gems. The glossary of terms has a glossary of terms entrance in it. A list of words, an architectural jargon that is intended to make simple the terms you'll encounter on the estate. Okay, gold, green room, luck. We all need a bit of it. Luck determines the likelihood you'll find additional items in rooms on your estate. Luck can be raised by certain items and rooms marked on their floor plan by a clover. Huh. Items inventory, history, hallway. Right, no, we know about hallway. History. As an architect, you may wish to view the previous layouts and room configurations from days past. Okay, yes. Mechanical. Ah, these rooms are often heavy in mechanics, often containing control systems that can interact with other elements on the estate. They're marked with gears. Right, outer room, permanent, power source. The estate's boiler room is known as a power source because it provides steam power to various rooms in the house. Steam power is conveyed room to room via ducts that run across the ceiling, and power can be transported across great distances as long as you continue to string together rooms that contain power ducts. So you need to know which rooms contain ducts. Right, rank rarity. How often a floor plan is drawn from the drafting pool is determined by its rarity. Not entirely, though. Right. Security locked, shop, special floor plan. More rare and cost gems to draft. Spread, stars, terminal. Tomorrow, trunk, upgrade, west path, west wing. A charming path that winds through the wooded area that runs along the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from both the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. Interesting. Interesting. No, hang on, wait. I want to go staff services. Right, we're going to take a screenshot of this one. So it's as of 4th of November, everything's been suspended. Right. But if you go to staff announcements, from 7th of November, it's only Simon who has access. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. So the first day might have been the 7th, or it might have been some other day, which is sort of close by to the 7th. Okay, string together rooms with ducts. Right, very important to know then which rooms have ducts. And given that we've got the steps, and given that we've got the time, let's start making notes, because security has ducts. Right? If we're going to need to string power together, no duct in the bedroom. Doesn't look like there's ducts in the hallway. There is, however, a duct in the garage. And if you power that up, what's it going to do? Interesting question. What is that machine? Right, so something happens in the garage, for sure. Right, garage has ducts. And we're going to say... no ducts. So there was no ducts in the nursery and no ducts in that hallway. Rather, it's a corridor. And it was... guest bedroom, actually, not... right. Guest bedroom. Right, here we go. It'd be nice to be able to pull up a mini-map, you know, so that you don't have to pause your running. Right, no ducts outside in the courtyard. Nothing in the parlour. Nothing in the entrance hall. So, entrance hall, parlour, courtyard. Storeroom almost certainly is not going to have any ducts. No ducts. And certainly not in the guest bedroom. Yeah, and not in the den either. Right, spare bedroom. Wait, it wasn't the closet, it was the... Whoops. Wait, oh no, I've totally lost where I am. Here I am. Here we go. It's storeroom. So no ducts in the storeroom. No ducts in the den. No ducts in the spare bedroom. Right, dining room. No. And nothing in the parlour and nothing in the nursery. Okay. So, hang on. It's when you press tab. It's the tab button. Is that right? So it's nursery, nook, den, dining room. Those are all no ducts. No ducts. So den, nook, dining room's going to be over here, and nursery. So most rooms, no ducts, actually. Okay, with that, I got 10 steps left, which is probably not actually enough to get back out to the spare room we have over on the west side, but that's okay. We'll throw a coin into the water here. Let's make a wish. Who knows what effect it has? And we'll see if there's just a snippet of paper here, which I can read with a magnifying glass. So yes, we've got this, of course. Don't know if there's anything on here which is not, which requires the magnifying glass, to be honest. Search continues. No sign has been found yet, but we have got this XYZ ABC. And that's it for pieces of paper that are over there. And I think that's probably pretty much going to be it for this episode. We're going to have a quick look. Oh, you can't get over here unless you do. It's more than you need to draft the garage. You need to have opened the door to the garage to make that work. at all. Interesting, interesting. Okay, well, we'll know that for next time. We didn't have the breaker room. Well, my friends, I think that's going to wrap us up for day 10 of Blueprints. But, you know, progress is steady. We now have a better understanding of the duct. So if we do find the boiler room, we can make a slightly more informed decision about what rooms have ducts and which rooms don't. As I mentioned in last episode, I'm going to have a little bit more of a gander about what order each of the rooms appear in. I have a strong suspicion that observatory gets added to the pool after den, right? We have den here, observatory here. We had observatory up here after den down here. We didn't have observatory on day 3. We had observatory here after den down here. Observatory den. Observatory den. Observatory den. So yeah, I think maybe these rooms, there is a dependency amongst these rooms. So I have a feeling if we can figure out, now the magnifying glass is going to arrive in the commissary in a couple of days' time. If we can figure out how to make the commissary spawn, how to make the dark room spawn, maybe we will start transitioning into the next phase of this game, having a little bit more control over which rooms we find. That's going to wrap us up for today's episode of Blueprints, though. Please do hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I will see you next time. Bye for now.